Why, hello there, and welcome to a stream. Hello, everybody. Hi there. Miller, the Dark Trans Prince. Hello, welcome. I am here. Freddy is also here. He's down there chilling, begging for attention. My hair is drying. I just got out of the shower recently, and yeah, it's an early Friday stream. Joshua, welcome, and biggest of bugs, welcome. Hello. Let me get everything pulled up here. Uh, Panel number 5. Thank you for following me on Twitch 3 days ago. I don't know how many of these people I remember shouting out. Unknown user, Blueberry Bagel. I think I shouted you out. I'm not sure. Yes, I did. Okay. And then Skinny Thin Mint. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. We're at 101, which is a cool number. Freddy is so cute. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Hello, JTEN. Hello. Welcome. Happy to see people. It's gonna be a pretty chill stream. It might be a little bit of a short stream tonight because um I am so sorry. I'm gonna be participating in a fire and flow jam tonight. The weather is gorgeous where I live, and so some fire spinning is much needed, and doing that tonight. So I have to get going here at around a little after 7. It is almost 6. It's like 5:46. So this is probably gonna be one of my shortest streams, but we can hang out and chill for a little bit. I just wanted to get it done before I had to skedaddle for the evening. That way I didn't miss a stream or whatever. Fred. Oh, Fred. Here he is. The boy himself. Sea Turtle, welcome. Hello, everybody. It's good to see people. Glad the weather is nice where you are, so cloudy and cold here. Yeah, no, we're getting it's like almost spring outside. Like it's like 70. Yeah, it's really nice. Can't pass up on this opportunity. Um Little update about Fred. I've just got him. He's been on pumpkin for like a week and a half now. I've been slowly giving him more and more of it as he adjusts to it. He not only does he really like it, like he thinks it's delicious, but I'm pretty sure it's helping his little butt. So I'm excited. The more acclimated he gets to it, the more I can give him of the pumpkin, which should help more. So yeah, I mean, he's still got some tummy issues, but overall, it's been getting better. I like that the pumpkin is helping. That makes me feel good because it's good to see some progress in a good direction, isn't it right, Fred? Like since he got on the meds, it's been pretty consistent. Like he'll still have flare-ups, but for the most part, he's pretty stable now. Um, I did a bunch of cleaning today. It was really intense. But it felt good to get it done. My hair is wet, it's drying. I've got Freddy fur now all over me. Who's a cute kitty? It's Freddy. But Yuki Gamer, welcome, and Tropical Tango, welcome. Hello to y'all. First time chatters, nice. Nice. Yeah, Freddy is my little baby boy. He's my little baby boy, and I love him so very much. Um, Yeah. So this is not gonna be she her pronouns. I'm a trans woman. I am not going to be what was I gonna say? Oh, we're not gonna do a lot of what? Max Roy, thank you so much for the $5. We'll join in future YouTube dollar. Awesome. I'm not really sure what you mean by that, but thank you. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Um No, it's she, her. I'm a trans woman. I answered your question already. I thought I was pretty clear about it. I don't know why you would think it's she, him when I explicitly told you it's not, but okay. Oh, I see. You're a troll. That's what you are. You are a troll. Wow. Good for you. I mean, I'm so proud of you. You really You really led me on. Oh gosh, we have some people being some horrible, horrible people in chat playing slurs and all that stuff. Okay, cool. Yeah, saying slurs is like not really what we want. So I had to ban that person. Um, your inability to use the right pronouns is the reason you aren't called Real Talk Channel. Thank you, Real Talk Channel. I appreciate that. I love your videos so much, Leah. Oh, thank you. That's awesome. I'm glad to be of service to you in that way. It's awesome. So yeah, thank you. The most recent video is doing super well, honestly. Like I'm pretty happy about it. It seems like there's a lot of hatred for Gavin Newsom. So Real Talk Channel is me. Oh, okay. Thank you for the trolling back. I mean, you don't have to. Like honestly, I usually encourage my audience to not do that. Um, Slurpy bottoms is all the trolls will ever be. That's really funny. Um, let's see here. Hey Servalos, welcome to the stream. I know YouTube takes a big percent of the money. Yeah, it takes like half of it, pretty much. So Patreon is a lot better for gifting me money, but honestly, like, hey, every little bit helps, right? Like, I am not gonna complain about super chats or anything like that. Um, Inattentive Artistic Bean. Hello. That is a really cute username. I'm really happy for you. You've always wanted to see one of my lives. Oh, I'm so excited for you. Thank you for being here. No, that's awesome. Happy to be here. It is a beautiful day. I'm in a pretty good mood. So it's gonna be good. Now I do have a relevant sound clip for the trolls in the chat.
All I know is all my haters become my waiters when I sit down at the table of success.
Actually, let me turn that up just a little bit. It looks like my sound bites are a little low. Oh, yes. I have an underbite, and people hate on that way more than my gender. An underbite. What's wrong with an underbite? Call you call you Acacia? Okay, yeah, I can remember that. If you show up often enough, I'll remember that for sure. I always try to make sure because, like, honestly, a lot of people on YouTube, like, their dead names are their username or whatever, and it's awkward because I'm always scared that I'm dead naming people. Like, always terrified about it. So it's nice to know for sure what's going on. As we get going here, please remember to like the stream. It helps me reach other people, would be huge and wonderful and helpful and amazing and stupendous. I would appreciate all of you for doing that. And let me put some links in the chat here. You can find all my socials if you go to these specific places. And yeah, I would appreciate all the help that you may give to me. Just like I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube, so you can watch on whichever platform you want. Primarily a YouTuber, but it's been really exciting to see the growth on Twitch lately. Crossing 100 followers is pretty amazing. I know that Twitch can be kind of a cesspool, with like the influx of like ultra right wing streamers sort of like dominating the platform, but I am here to challenge that. uh, Keep finding old usernames I have to change. Yeah, no, I totally get it. Like I've had my name legally changed for like I don't know, like a year and a half, maybe yeah, a year. Wait, a year and a half, and I still have things I need to update. It's like it's almost never ending. It's not never ending, but it feels like that because there's so many different things that you don't realize how many different places like you have to update your name once you get it changed. It's a lot. It takes forever, and I'm just really glad that it doesn't really seem like it causes too much of an issue. Like, now, obviously, with, like, social security and stuff like that, you gotta get that updated, like, pretty quick. But, yeah, it's, yeah. Okay, I changed my username and handle name for a reason. Yeah, I feel that. I don't think I've seen Leah without a bandana. Welcome, Banana Brains. Happy to see you here. Yeah, this is I used to never wear the bandanas, and you wanna know what's really funny about it? is everyone probably thinks that I'm wearing the bandanas because I think they look cute and that it's like an aesthetic choice. Which like, I do like how they look, so it's not an aesthetic choice, but also, like, the reason why I wear the bandanas is because I have, all this hair, right? And I spin oxbow. I do flow arts, which is something that I talk about quite frequently on my channel, and if you go to my Instagram, you will see, my Instagram content, which is awesome. So, yeah, if you're if blah, 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 blah. The prop that I spin is really intense, and if I put my hair up, like, if I put it up in a bun or I put it up, like, in a scrunchie in a ponytail or whatever, it freaking, like it will my rope prop will, like, catch on it and, like, pull it out. So, like, if I wear a scrunchie, it'll get caught on it. If I wear a clip, it'll get caught on it. And pretty much I can wear, like, a hood, that sort of works, but it kinda blocks your vision, you know? So, like, the only thing that works for my prop, keeping my hair out of my face and making it so that I can still spin my prop without my hair getting in the way, is the bandana. It's, like, the only solution that works for, like, spinning my prop. I tried a whole bunch of things over the past year. Freddy, the star of the show, is here. Yeah, he's been chilling. He's big chilling right there. Look at him. He's just hanging out, being a good little loafy boy. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Freddy is being so funny. He is a good boy. He's a very good boy. Yes, he is. Yes, you are. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Love your hair today. It's nice. Uh, from the bandana for a change, but we understand. Yeah, I wear the bandanas just kind of by default, but the reason why I'm not wearing it right now is because I just showered and I just washed my hair. So like it's still damp and I don't want to like put it up while it's damp. So that's pretty much the reason why I'm not wearing it right now. Um, but yeah, I love I love how my hair looks like out of a shower. It's nice. How many bandanas do I own? I don't know, like 10 or maybe 12 or something. Hair is super nice. Thank you. I got on E in August. Cool to finally look into the mirror and liking what I see. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you. That's good. It takes time. It takes a lot of time, honestly. I feel like I didn't really like I was noticing changes for sure all along the way, but like for me to really start liking what I was seeing in the mirror, it took like a solid like 9 months to a year. Like, I would say, like, it wasn't really until a full year on HRT that I started being like, "Okay, like, I find my physical form acceptable now." Like, it just takes a long time for, like, the body, fat redistribution to take place and all sorts of other stuff to happen. Uh so, it takes time. And yeah, I encourage people to be patient. Like I know that it sucks. Like I was literally there, when you start it and you're in your first year and like you're like on day 3 or whatever and you're like, "Can I just be like a year in already?" Um but honestly, what's really one of the funniest things about transitioning is that, like, your first year, everyone is so excited to get through the first year and just get past it and just, like, rush through it, but after you get through it, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, the first year on HRT was so exciting for me. Like, for everyone, it's usually pretty exciting, but, like, the first year is actually really special. Like when you're at the start point and you're working your way to the end point and you're noticing like changes and you're doing stuff, like I don't really notice changes anymore. Like I had a doctor's appointment recently where essentially that was what we talked about. Like every single time I go in for an HRT appointment, they ask me like, "Have you noticed any changes? What kind of changes?" Blah 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 blah. They ask me a whole bunch of questions. And this was sort of the first appointment where I was like, I'm not really noticing. Oh my gosh. Ashlyn, thank you so much. I'm sorry I don't have Twitch up all the time and I don't notice all the stuff. But thank you for the hype train. Thank you for gifting how many 10 subs. That's amazing. Thank you for that. That's incredible. You are the best. I think I have a hype chest. Cool. So we've got that's iconic emote. That's cute. Slay. Love that. Um, yeah, no, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Uh, I don't really remember what I was saying. The first year is really exciting. I think that's what I was talking about. Uh, but yeah, oh, my most recent doctor's appointment, like I really don't feel like I was like they asked me like, "Hey, are you noticing any changes anymore?" And like it's just like I have transitioned enough that like I'm sure there still are changes happening slowly, very slowly, but like I don't really notice them anymore. Like it's if I look at like my 1 year photo and then I look at like a current photo of me, I do see some differences for sure. But like it's just not like I've crossed the point. Like there's a point in transition and I feel like it's usually around the year. It really depends though. Everyone's journey is so different. It could be 2 years, it could be 3 years, but you sort of pass a point where like the changes become a little bit less recognizable just due to the fact that you've already changed like so much that like you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I just realized that like my little mole shows up because I got my shoulder out and then I've got my little neck mole, my other one over there. I love my little moles. I honestly like every time I got laser, they always asked me, they're like, "Do you want us to blast off your moles?" And I was like, "No." Those are like something that I deeply love about myself is like the little moles, you know? I think they're cute. Like, why the hell? Like, I honestly, like, I'm low key super duper jealous of girls that have freckles, like natural freckles. Like, I am like 5 seconds away from learning how to draw like fake freckles on myself and just being one of those girls because, it's like they're so cute. Freckles are so cute. Um, my main concern is if I look good in my national uh soccer team's home and away kit. Come on, England, football's coming home this year. I don't know. I am very uneducated about sports ball. Uh, Banana Brains is 5 months in. Congratulations, that's awesome. When I cut my hair in high school, I was called a butch lesbian. I actually there were a couple times when I was younger that I was misgendered, but I had really long hair, so it's hard to tell if it was my facial features or if it was the hair. I have a feeling it was mostly the hair. I'm bi gender, so I don't really care what other people call me. I just want to look super femme to myself. That's totally valid, honestly, totally valid. That's actually how I felt when I started HRT. Like when I started HRT, like I'm still like so this is actually something I don't talk about very much. Like I'm still non-binary. So let me be clear about that. But first of all, blah blah blah. Hello, CD Barra. Welcome to the chat. Glad to see you. Didn't know laser could remove moles. Yes, it can. It will if you don't cover them up. I like my moles too, except the one having hang out and writing. We super freckly. Hey there, Randy. Welcome and health. Welcome. Good to see you. Hope you're doing okay. I know that you've been struggling a little bit, so I hope you're doing all right. Ba 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 ba. Just a mask. Just had a mask personality and was always confused why I got depressed cutting my hair. That's super valid. And I've honestly, I kind of relate to that a bit. Like, so basically, this ties into what I was going to talk about. I'm non-binary, right? I consider myself like a non-binary woman, and a lot of people are very confused by that. And basically, like, I don't know if I have a good way to explain it, but essentially like I feel like I am a trans woman, right? Like I she her pronouns are what I prefer and yep, but also like I consider myself on the agender spectrum where like I like for a lot of people gender seems to be like something that they view as a primary like they like it colors like I don't think about gender that much. Like, I actually don't think about things in a very gendered way until I realize that other people are thinking of it in a gendered way, and then I sort of like, "Oh, like, okay, that's gendered this way." And now maybe that's just my autism, like, I really don't know, it's probably just my autism, right? But to me, it's just like I feel like a disconnect from gender in general, where, like, I either feel like a woman or I feel like, not gendered at all, right? And so, like, it's this weird thing that I don't really know how to explain. So, like, maybe I should just describe myself as genderqueer. I don't really know. Like, I don't feel like a strictly binary trans woman, but I do feel like a trans woman, right? Like, uh, it's I guess it's confusing or whatever. It's yeah, I don't know. I'm open to describing it different ways or like coming up with different ways. Like that's why I don't really like grabbing onto titles. Like that's why I don't really like saying like, "Oh, I'm an agender, non-binary, trans, whatever." Like I think that the titles kind of like mask the nature of what I'm trying to describe. And really like that's why honestly like I think gender and sexuality is a spectrum, and like I think that genuinely everyone kind of sits at a unique place with their sexuality and their gender. And I wish that people were more comfortable with admitting that like we don't all fit into like some category perfectly. Like you might pick a category to align yourself with or describe yourself as just because it's the closest thing to what you feel. But I think that there's still nuance within that people fail to see. Like if they say like, "Oh, you're this," then, they immediately put you in that box and then you're that or whatever. But I think it's really just like not like that at all. Um, I don't really think about my gender that much. Then again, bananas don't have genders. Yeah, age 22, I was like, okay, I can just have phases trying to be femme until I'm 40. I'm wasting brain power. Relate to myself as MB. If you can't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love someone else? That's true. I feel a massive disconnect in social situations. I can't read the room, don't laugh at obvious jokes, bad at following social cues. Yeah, I mean, same here. EB the GT. I relate to that extremely. I am definitely uh a little bit autistic for sure. um Wait, what is this? 3 stream streak? CD Barra, you've been here for 3 streams in a row. That's awesome. Thank you. Ooh, you got channel points for that. That's awesome. Um, Sick. Anyway, yeah, so I just like I don't know. I just wish people were more willing to admit that like you don't have to fit into a very specific box. It's actually more likely that you don't fit in a very specific box, and that's kind of the point, right? Like we just come up with social constructs, we come up with boxes to put people in because it makes us feel more comfortable that like, oh, there's a group of people who are like this and they're like me, which creates in group and out group, and it like I think overall like it can be a useful tool, but like only so far as people are willing to have a level of disconnect from it. Like if you're willing to like I'm willing to say that like I'm a non-binary trans woman, I describe myself as on the agender spectrum, I'm like gender queer or whatever. I am totally willing to describe myself that way and have that conversation that way, but I am not like death grip attached to that notion. Like if someone came up with a better way of describing it, or if it no longer felt appropriate, or if for whatever reason, if I decided to change that, or if I felt like there was a more accurate way to describe how I feel, I would just go with that, right? Because like fundamentally, you should not be working back words from an identification to fit yourself into it. Like if you identify as something, I really encourage you not to like let's say you identify as God, I don't even know what to say. Um Gender fluid or something. And then you go and you like look at other gender fluid people, right? And then like if you feel some inclination then to need to belong to that group, you may adjust certain like not your whole self, like you may overall agree that you feel like a gender fluid individual, but then for some reason you may have like certain aspects of yourself that don't necessarily fit into that description or that category, but you force those parts to conform to the category that you think you best fit into because you're worried that not fitting into it will make you feel like you don't belong, or make you feel like an out group, or make you feel like other people might disagree with you or attack you for not being a conformist to a particular identity structure. And fundamentally like that is one of the biggest issues with philosophy of identity, is that when you create identity structures, when you create these categories that people assign value to and people put stock into, really what they are doing is moving away from themselves and latching onto a category that is exterior of themselves. But fundamentally, your inner self radiates out from inside of you, right? Like your inner self is fundamental to who you are, and your gender, your sexuality, your personal self is a radiation, is something that emanates out from you, and everything else should just be in service of that. Like your how you identify how you identify should simply be in service to what you feel to be obviously true. And if for some reason words fail you, if categories fail you, and these identity structures do not perfectly conform to how you feel about certain things, there is like sort of like a toxic societal pressure effect that happens where people then force themselves completely to fit into a category when they don't necessarily naturally fit into that category. Please remember to like the stream. That would be super duper helpful. If you're watching on Twitch, you want to toss me a follow. That would be amazing. I've got my links pinned in both chats. We have a Discord. We have a lot of cool people in there. Would love to see more people join in on the Discord. I got a Patreon if you want to support me. You can watch my flow arts content on Instagram and all of that wonderful stuff. So let's see here. I keep going back and forth on if I'm a non-binary woman or just masked trans lesbian woman. Yeah, exactly. And like, you don't need to have the answer, I think is the point. Like, I think a lot of people need to have the answer, right? Like, they need to land on something solid. But like, the ground of your very being is like this mushy uh, thing, right? And like, it's more of like I've there's this really really good example, and I actually I think this might be Alan Watts that I'm pulling this from. I cannot remember. I think it's Alan Watts that I'm pulling this from. But essentially the idea is that your inner self, imagine this. You're standing on a bridge, right? You're standing on a bridge and it's extremely foggy. So like you can't see the other end of the bridge. You can see where you're standing, you can see like halfway down the bridge, but then the fog gets so thick that you can't see the other side of the bridge. So you're standing there, but you can get an inclination, you can feel what's on the other side of the bridge, although you can't see it, you can't touch it, you can't speak with it, you can't engage with it in any direct way, but you get this sort of like, you have like a feeling of what's over there. And that is how we interact with our inner selves. That is like, oh, actually, no, this was not Alan Watts. This is called this is from The Art of Intimacy. This is a book written by these psychologists. They're like father and son, and they wrote this book together. It's called The Art of Intimacy. And this thing that they're describing, they call it the intima, which it's essentially like intimacy with yourself is being willing to admit that like the way you interact with yourself and the way that you engage with yourself is sort of this like this nebulous, like you can't put your finger on it, right? Like you can never just like describe yourself perfectly. You can never like uh draw an image of your inner self perfectly. You can never like describe how it tastes or anything like that. But like you can sort of just get a general idea of the feelings that you're getting coming from like that other side of the bridge. So you do like let's say you do something and you get a feeling like that was bad. Clearly your inner self did not like that. Like it's that Fallout meme, you know that meme where it's like so and so did not like that. Like that happens on your internal level every time that you do something. Like every time you do something and make a choice and act, your inner self has something to say about that. It's either like a, hey, that was a cool thing, I liked that, or it's like a neutral thing, like I don't really care either way, or it's a negative thing where it's like, hey, I did not like that. And knowing yourself is knowing what triggers the good, what triggers the bad, what triggers the neutral, and understanding like how you need to live your life so that you feel in alignment with that enigma that exists on the other side of the bridge. So I found that to be, when I read that in that book, I was like, wow, that is so so helpful. I love that so much. That's a really good way of putting it. Thank you. Yeah, no, I love it. And know thyself, the Matrix quote, there is no wrong answer finding yourself. Exactly. That is, yes, perfect. Beautiful. Toaster oven, welcome. Hello, good to see you. I will say it was funny to see Americans confused by British jokes and humor when I went to a furry con in Orlando last year. Yeah, that sounds like a cultural thing for sure. I have the same situations where I want to be seen as more of a guy, but some where I want to be seen as more of a girl. That sounds kind of like gender fluid. Uh, it's not fluid at all. Oh, okay, I see. I see. So what did you say? You were bigender? Okay. I honestly I don't really know what the distinction is between gender fluid and bigender. Like, I understand what gender fluid is, where like some days you kind of feel like you identify more with a certain thing than other days. But like, I'm not entirely sure what bigender is. Is that more? Is it like gender fluid, but you're feeling both of those things at the same time? Like, I don't really know exactly how to describe it or what it is. But I mean, that's sort of the point, is that we don't need to know. I don't really need to put a concrete label on it, more so just an occasional internal debate. Exactly. It's like you need to, like, the point of this is that you should be vibe checking yourself. Like, a lot of people, like, the reason why they don't realize that they're a closeted trans person is because they don't actually pay attention to their internal self. They are just like, you are told by society, like, hey, you are this, you behave like this, you know, you're a boy, you do this or whatever, or you're a girl and you do this. Um and like that is sort of like what is, you know, pushed into us from a very young age. And a lot of people don't like actually check whether that's true or not. Like, a lot of people don't do that internal check where they're like, how do I actually feel about this? Or they do that internal check, but the societal pressure is too powerful and overpowers the internal desire, which creates cognitive dissonance. Like, so that's actually like most people that are closeted are like that, where they have sort of like a subconscious understanding that they are closeted, but it is not a conscious understanding. Like, they don't have, like, if you know, like, they will not consciously admit or understand it, but in the background, every time they do something masculine or feminine or whatever, their brain is like screaming at them with this cognitive dissonance. And they just, like, a lot of trans people describe this as the ick. Like, before you transition, you're living as the wrong gender and you just feel this like constant like bad feeling, like obviously it's dysphoria, like you're living as a gender that you don't identify as, and so you're like, you're feeling like this internal cognitive dissonance where you're like, this feels wrong, I don't like this doesn't feel natural, this feels like acting, this feels wrong. And essentially, coming out as trans is having an internal conversation or a confrontation with your internal self that allows you to realize that, like, hey, I for sure am having some kind of weird experience with my gender. And then you go and you explore things, and like, this is why I think identifying yourself really early on in your transition is wrong and bad, because like, you don't know. Like, honestly, you don't know, and it's okay to not know. And it's more like, your transition should be a process of you feeling that out. So like I think a lot of people, like, if you start having feelings and you start like exploring HRT and all that stuff, like, I think you should know for sure that you want the HRT, but I don't think it's as important for you to know for sure that you're a binary trans woman, right? Like, I am all for non-binary people accessing medical transition, because it's really like, it's the same thing as body modification, if we're being totally honest. Like, I know that this is not the popular way to talk about it, and I don't encourage people to use this argument to other people, but it really is just body modification. Like, people get ear piercings, people get tattoos, people get you know, fangs put in or whatever, they get their tongue split. People also transition. And like, if I like, genuinely, if someone wants to transition and they don't like, they are not a binary individual and they genuinely want to do it, they know the risk, they know the whatever, then like, I am not gonna be the kind of person who's like, you're not allowed to access this because it's purely for medical transition for binary trans women or whatever. Like, I think that that's really toxic a mentality that people have. Like, obviously trans medicalists are like that, where they think that you need to be a binary trans woman in order to transition, or else it's not valid. Let me read a little bit of chat here. So JT says, when I record vids, I don't want to sound too feminine because I just prefer to sound more masculine, for example, but I want to wear cute outfits or streetwear all the time. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. It's like, it depends on the situation for whether you feel like you identify more with a certain mask presentation or femme presentation. That's totally understandable. I know that both looking masked and also having a femme personality gives me the ick. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, okay. That's totally valid. It's a very weird experience, and it's also hard to relate to many trans femmes. I understand you. I also sometimes have a hard time identifying with trans femmes. I will be clear, like, honestly, like, a lot of trans femmes are into like masculine hobbies. But like, I'm in that category for sure. Like I'm a gamer. Gaming is sort of dominated by men most of the time. There are a lot of women who game, but like it's by and far mostly men. And then also like the flow art stuff, like there are a lot of women who do it, but the props that I kind of enjoy tend to be like more male dominated, and also like I'm less dancey with it. Like a lot of women with flow arts like are very influenced by dance, and like they want to pick up a pair of fans or a pair of palm torches and get like super sexy with it. But for me, it's like I'm really interested in like the technical skill and all this other shit, and that is where I tend to go with it, which is I feel like more of a masculine approach to it in a way, which I feel is kind of icky for me to gender it that way. Like honestly, I think that that's really dumb because like obviously boys can dance, and like and girls can be interested in like technical proficiency. Like that is not that is not like a uh gender exclusive thing, but I understand how people can kind of feel like hard, like if you're a trans femme and you have masculine interests, sometimes that is kind of like it kind of does give you like dysphoria or something like that, like in a weird way where like I feel like I'm not girly enough with the way that I interact with flow arts. Like a lot of girls, they go to flow festivals and like they get like super dolled up, like they get so like they're like trying to be so sexy and like they're like slaying, and they have like these super cute outfits and they do their makeup really well, and like it's just like they're just doing it, right? They're just getting dolled up, and I'm like, I don't know if it's just because, like, I'm not, like honestly, like, I don't have a lot of experience with makeup, I don't have a lot of experience with trying to look sexy, so, like, for me, I don't feel like that's even something that I can achieve, to be totally honest. It sounds weird to say, but, like, I have a hard time imagining myself, like, slaying, or, like, being super sexy or whatever. Like, I just don't know how to do how to do that. Like I like looking cute and stuff, but I just like I don't know. Like I've never explored makeup beyond what I have on currently. Like currently, a little bit of mascara and a little bit of concealer, and that is pretty much where I stop with it. Like I've never done eyeshadow. I rarely do my eyeliner, like almost never. It's just I don't know. Like here, let me read chat a little more. Oh gosh. I definitely had this experience. Welcome Sage, by the way. Especially speaking with men, some things they would say to me made me feel just gross. Yeah, no, I can relate to that too. I gave up trying to define myself like a month after my egg cracked. Yeah, I think that's totally valid. I think that's kind of the way to move with it, is to just do what feels right to you, and fuck anyone that says anything about it. My gender dysphoria diagnosis mentions no pronouns or gender. Oh, okay. Me and my girlfriend have been going pretty strong. We've gotten pretty personal with each other. We're both still in the closet, but not financially able to meet our. Oh well, I'm super happy for you, Toaster Oven. It sounds like things are going well there, and I'm happy for you. Hi there, Alice. Welcome. At least for me, I'm still closeted IRL because I'm still living with my parents, and my financial situation is such that I'm not able to move out. Yeah, I totally understand that. There's a lot of people in that kind of situation where they sort of like they have a conscious understanding that they're closeted and they are just unable to move forward with transition. And so I totally get it. Like, it's I'm sorry that you're in that situation. I hope you're able to come out soon when you I hope you're able to live your truth and all that. Hey Fred. Hey Fred. Hi buddy. Hey buddy. All right. In the beginning, it's enough to know that trying to fit into what you were doing before is wrong for you, and what you do to get comfortable is going to be a process. Yes, actually, that is a perfect way to describe it. Like that was the first thing that I noticed when I transitioned, is that like really the reason why I transitioned wasn't like, "Oh, I know I'm a trans woman." It was like, "Oh, I know that like I don't want to look like a guy, and I know that I don't want to use masculine pronouns." So it was almost like my initial drive for transitioning was just like anti-masculine. Like I wasn't even like I did want to look more feminine, but the main drive for that initially was just like what I'm doing right now feels extremely wrong, and I want to try to move in a different direction. And so then once I got on HRT and once I started feminizing and stuff, I was like, "Oh, I really like this. Like this is amazing. This is what I want for sure, 100%. No regrets at all." And I think that like people get really stuck on it. Like there's a lot of trans people who like really get stuck right on the edge of starting HRT where they're like, "Oh, like I should start HRT, but like I'm not 100% sure. Like I don't know. I just have this weird feeling." And it's like, you can trust that weird feeling and then like 2 weeks after you start HRT or whatever, if you regret it that early on or whatever, or like if you start taking it and it feels really bad to you or whatever, then like you can just stop. Like, if you're really early on to it, there is by no means any permanent change that's happened, and you like, like I think it's okay to allow yourself to try it for a week or two to see what happens, and then like I know that some people immediately get like a response like I did where I immediately like as soon as I started HRT I was like, "Oh, wow, this is way better." But it's not everybody's experience. Cthulhian Dreams, good morph morphter evening. I don't even know how to say that, but welcome. Happy to see you. Know thyself, the Matrix. Oh yeah, we are hairless social apes with all the answers, set in stone ones. But the set in stone ones. Oh wait, hold on. We are hairless social apes with all the answers, but the set in stone ones about everything. Yes. We need to get you into Glamour Shot Studio to show you how beautiful you are. This goes for everyone. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I'm like I think that a lot of people like I've I've said this before. Let me make this point, but let me make sure I catch up on chat. Not opposed to getting donut. I love working on cars and that shit scares me. I have the girliest overalls, but it still makes me feel mask, which I don't really like. Yeah, I totally understand that, Sage. I totally get that. As long as my personality is we need to get you. Oh, wait, ready that. Uh, Been trying to find a full-time job for a few years, but most of the time I never hear anything back. It's not even a way moving ahead with other candidates. I'm sorry to hear that. It can be pretty brutal to try to get a job in the current market. I was stuck in the closet until I finally hit upon the idea of do you want to do you want to grow any older as a masculine person? It was such a repellent thought to me that I had to come out immediately. Yeah, Serena, I think that was also something that I was struck with pretty hard when I started realizing when my egg was cracking the "Do you wanna be an old grandpa person?" was like, "No." Like, by no means, like, do I want that. But the thought of being, like, a grandma, it's like, actually, like, that doesn't sound bad at all. Like, one of the weirdest effects of HRT is that I am way less afraid of aging. Like, I used to be terrified of growing old. Like, it's almost like internally I was terrified I would leave the the young zone where you can still be sort of, like where you can feel a little bit like feminine and sexy just through like pure youth or whatever. But like once you're an old guy, like you have burned through all your twink energy. Like you have no more twink energy to give. Hold on, what's Freddy doing? Buddy, what are you doing? What are you doing over there? Fred? He's such a butthead sometimes. Gonna destroy my couch. Or not my couch. Hair. I can't speak. Anyway, I swear some of our brains know what we're running on the wrong hormones. It's as soon as we get on the right stuff, the brain itself stops trying to kill itself. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly, Winter. You totally nailed it. Now, what was the thing that I was Oh yeah, Ashlyn. Talked about getting everyone into a glamour studio. Like I'm a big proponent of like there are no ugly people. Like I think that, like I know everyone says beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but really like societal beauty standards do have a real influence on how people think and feel. And I think that we need to we need to acknowledge that and we need to move forward with an understanding that trying to fit into those beauty standards is in a way sort of a toxic thing because it perpetuates the beauty standards. Like by engaging with it, it makes you feel personally a little bit better that maybe you fit a little bit closer to what is considered societally beautiful, but also or sexy, like as a guy, handsome or whatever, like not just for women, but for men too. Like but when you go that direction, you put stock in the idea that that's the direction that people should be going in, and therefore you kind of you sort of push everyone else in that direction, or you add to the societal pressure that other people need to get to that. Like, so, like, for instance, facial feminization surgery, like, I've been thinking about it, like, oh, facial feminization surgery, is that something that I want to do for myself? Is it? And I think that the conclusion, like, I am not at a definitive conclusion at all, but, like, I don't have enough dysphoria from my I do have dysphoria from my face. Let me be very clear. I do get dysphoria from, like, my brow bone and some other things. So, like, there is a reason for dysphoria that I would potentially do something like that at a very small scale. But for the most part, like, it's not bad enough that makes me feel like I want to go and get surgery about it. Like, it really does kind of feel like something I could just live with for the rest of my life. Like, HRT has done a lot for me and has really put me in a place that I feel very comfortable with my body, and I'm not very stressed about things. And I think everyone is beautiful in their own way, and, like, I want to represent my own beauty. Like, I don't want people to feel like they need to conform to, to anything just because it's, you know, it's what other people are doing. And if I got facial feminization surgery, I would essentially be telling other trans femmes or other trans women that, like, yep, this is the direction that you should be going in to make, to on your transition journey. Like, I'm not tossing any shade, by the way, to anyone who's had FFS or anyone who wants FFS. Like, if you genuinely feel like it's necessary for you to live with to feel comfortable in your skin and your body and to battle the dysphoria, then, like, I am so there for you. Like, I am 100% there for you. But I do know that there is a portion of the trans community who will get FFS because they think they're ugly. Not because they have dysphoria, but because they think that, like, they don't comport to the beauty standards that most people think are good, and so they're trying to, like, it's not they're not trying to feminize, they're trying to beautify. Like, and again, like, no shade there, because I'm all for body modifications. Like, I will never tell someone they're not allowed to get a body modification. But I just think that as a community, we need to have a more clear and uh like a more clear conversation about how serious surgery is, and what kind of effects that it has on our community and also on the culture at large. Um, so, like, a lot of cis people get plastic surgery, like, like, that is sort of created, like, a lot of cis women feel like they have to get boob jobs because the they grow up watching celebrities who all have boob jobs, and they're like, "Oh, my tits aren't big enough." And so, like, you get, like, 80% of cis women who, like, wanna have a boob job because they're, like, worried that, they're not big enough in the chest area. But, like, the only reason they feel that way is because of how many people get breast implants. Like, that is the only reason that they feel that way. Otherwise, it would be completely normal to have a normal sized chest, and you wouldn't need to do anything surgically to reach that point that you want to get to, because, yeah. And then, so also the same thing with men. Like, there's a lot of guys who are on steroids, and when they're on steroids for a long time, and they're, like, working out constantly, and they're, like, these super human jacked people, they inflate the perception of what a guy is supposed to look like. Like, people will see some of these Olympic athletes, or they or not even Olympic, sorry. I'm sure they test for doping or whatever, but, like, they will see athletes like football players or whoever else. I don't even know. I don't follow sports, so don't at me. But, like, professional bodybuilders, like, guys will look at wrestlers, professional bodybuilders, all of these, like, chud type guys who are, like, on steroids constantly, and, like, they make it so that the beauty standards for men include killing yourself. Like, if you're on steroids for a long time, you are destroying your health in your body. And so, like, that is what men have to do to achieve, like, this ripped, jacked, swole gym bro look that a lot of guys fantasize about having, like the Baki kind of look. Like, honestly, like, I feel like Baki should be banned or something. Like, I feel like that manga and the anime are so destructive. It's like Dragon Ball Z. Like it's insanely destructive to the idea of what a guy is supposed to look like, you know? And like so, same thing with anime and women. Like the idea that you have to have like this body that like your hips are like a foot out from your fucking waist or something. Like it's just not good. Anton Bridget, thank you so much for the $5. That's really kind of you. I super duper duper appreciate that. Very, very, very wonderful. Thank you. Turns out the patriarchy is bad for everyone. Like me when I finally realized the obvious thing. No, but thank you for that. That is so true. That is so true. Let me see here. You can be beautiful in your own way. Looking like everyone else makes you just another statistic of that type of person. Your personality shines brighter than any cosmetic procedure. Smile, it's infectious. Yeah, exactly, exactly. When people are feeling themselves, other people will feel that you're feeling yourself, right? And so it's not about fitting into a specific, it's not about looking a certain way. It's not about looking like someone else. It's about looking like yourself and finding a way to make you feel good about yourself with your styling and your grooming and whatever. Like, however body modifications, whatever route you want to go, is totally fine, but you need to be doing it for yourself. You need to be doing it for yourself. I guess that is the fundament of what I'm getting at here, is that this whole idea of like getting FFS because you think you're clockable and you need to not be clockable. Like if it's giving you enough dysphoria, go for it. I totally understand it. But if you're not, if it's something that you're doing because you want to look a little cuter for the gram or whatever, then like you're just getting plastic surgery. Like it's not gender affirming care at that point. Or maybe it is gender affirming care, but maybe we need to make it more clear that like all plastic surgery basically is like there are very few plastic surgeries that are not gender affirming care. Does that make sense to most people? Like most plastic surgery is gender affirming care. There's very, very, very few uh plastic surgeries that are like reconstructive in nature and purely medical. Like and not about gender. I should make that clear. Like I think like skin removal surgery, that's not really about gender. Uh what else? Um there was one other one that I was thinking of that I completely forgot. Skin removal. It doesn't really matter. I'm having a hard time thinking of non like plastic surgeries that are not about about gender, like to be totally on. Oh, like a cleft palate. Like if you have a cleft palate, getting that repaired, or like deviated septum. I think that that's technically considered plastic surgery. Uh, yeah, like there's like everyone wants access to this, but like you don't need like like everyone needs to understand that like the choice that you're making is a choice that you're making. I don't know. I just think it's important to think about it a lot. By the way, legal identification with HRT. Depending on your jurisdiction, you can update your name and ID at any point before HRT if you so choose. Yeah. Wait. What was that in relationship to? I'm sorry. I did my ID about a year into my transition before I got a slew of FFS surgeries, and it's still legitimate, so to speak. Yeah. 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 For sure. For sure. Hi there, Nucleo Sophia. Welcome. Hello. 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 Um. I think the actual message is that everybody wants access to gender affirming care regardless of their gender identity. Exactly. Skin removal surgery is absolutely a gender affirming surgery in my opinion. I just had a skin removal in my belly because of how my body deposited fat for a couple days. Uh I I guess I would say it can be gender affirming, but I don't know. But that's the thing is that like it's not a guy or a girl thing to have loose skin. I can understand that it's due to fat distribution that was based on a hormone profile that's no longer like relevant to you or like it is tricky. It is a tricky, I guess a tricky thing. Um I do want to let people know that like I will have to leave in like 20 minutes. I don't want to kill the momentum of, or the conversation but I do have a hard endpoint for this stream. And so like there is a certain point where I will just have to be like, I'm out of here and then deuce, and it will be soon. So I apologize if that happens in the middle of a good conversation because I really like this conversation that we're having right now. I hope everyone is also enjoying the stream. Thank you for liking the YouTube stream. We're at 30. That's awesome. That's huge, amazing, wonderful. We're at 9 viewers on Twitch, which is pretty awesome. That's a pretty high number for me on Twitch. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for spending a little bit of your Friday with me. I really appreciate that. I know everything is absolutely bonkers right now. I am so freaked out about this war with Iran. Like I know this is not the politics stream, but holy shit, this is it's getting really bad. I mean, it was really bad the second it started, but it's getting way worse, way faster. Short stream today. Yeah, I said it at the start of the stream. A lot of people probably weren't here. I apologize. It just like I have it's a beautiful evening. The weather is perfect, and so I want to do a fire jam tonight. And I need to get to that, and I just have to do it. I tried to start streaming as soon as I was able to, but yeah, this is a really early stream for me. So I hope that some people got to watch that were normally unable to watch streams. I'm going to for sure try to stream a little less late at night all the time. I know that my streams have been very late at night for a lot of people, and I apologize for that. I want to try to make it so that it's more accessible for everybody, and you can, watch the occasional stream without constantly feeling like I'm uh streaming super late or whatever. My big goal is to catch. Wait, my big life goal is now to just find a girlfriend, cuddle, and be total lesbians. Nice. I usually catch the videos after the fact, so this is my first time catching a live stream. Oh, that's awesome. Cool. Happy to have you here. That's always fun. Early streams are nice. Yeah, it's good to do it every now and then. RE politics. I may be knocking doors canvassing next week. Primaries for our House and Senate races in Illinois. Oh, that's awesome. Good luck on that. I hope that that goes well. And I'm proud of you for getting engaged and getting involved. That's a huge part of what I advocate for on my platform here is that like we all need to get very politically engaged very quickly, and we need to be we cannot let the most evil people among us guide the future of humanity because like that is what we have let happen, unfortunately. And it's not any individual's fault, of course. There have been a lot of systemic things that have prevented people power from being a thing, but we gotta force people power back into the field here because this is the state of things is so dystopian that it's real bad. It's real bad. uh Stream VODs to watch later for those that have missed it. Yeah, true. Yeah, people can always watch the streams after I stream, and honestly, that happens a lot too. Like people do watch the streams after the fact, so totally a thing. Never had someone like that, but I have recently learned that no matter how much I work and feeling better in my body, I just need the daily connection. You should set up and do an Oxbow stream sometime. I could do that. It would be I would have to stream like from my garage and the audio would be really reverby. Like, I don't know if it's doable. Like, I could do it, but, like, again, the audio would be horrendous. Like, I could stream from my laptop or whatever. Well, actually, I don't know if I could stream from my I don't know if the laptop can handle it. So, maybe I can't do that. I mean, maybe I could stream from my phone or something, but, like, I don't know. I feel kinda weird doing that. Put up some soundproofing. Yeah, I mean, I have some, like, soundproofing panels in my closet that I used to use in this room that I don't really use anymore because like honestly it doesn't really make that much of a difference in here. But especially when I have like filters on. But like I could put them up in the garage. It's just I'll think about it. Like I'm slowly building up the studio in my garage. Like if anyone follows me on Instagram, I started putting out tutorials for flow arts. And so I've started like making my garage more of like a studio space. So it's a potential in the future. Like honestly, I've been thinking about making a second YouTube channel purely for flow arts. Like like I want to do longer tutorials and I want to do like uh you know more flow art stuff like but less like if it's all geared towards Instagram, it's all like super short content and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I think having like a YouTube or something would be super sick. I've been thinking about it. Like it's something on my mind. Like I don't know if Instagram is the only place that I really want to have my flow arts content. Let me. I was going to comment on one of your recent vids, Leah, that you like the mask. You still need to finish it. I still don a mask when out and about at work. Oh, thank you, Hugster Duck. Yeah, I love being able to wear a mask nowadays without having to. Oh, hold on. I gotta make sure I don't miss any notifications here. Yeah, like I've been getting electrolysis and it's nice. So I have to wear a mask when I'm getting electrolysis. Oh gosh. A lot of people I've met were mean. I just hope the government people aren't like them. A lot of the people you met are mean. Oh, what? I've not seen too many judges that are capricious, deny a change of ID. On the other hand, humans will human. Judges tend to be more on the left wing side of things in terms of rulings, just because the right wing point of view, like you have to be like actually a political actor to do the right wing thing. Like most cases will err on the side of like the left wing, because like left wingers live in reality and right wingers live in some like fake world. So like there are bigoted judges, but I mean, like we're seeing even Trump judges are like making rulings against him and stuff. So I don't think Trump will be around for much longer, one way or the other. Yeah, he's getting too old. So this means that Leah is officially exploring the studio space. I don't know. I don't know if that means something that I don't think no. Like I don't know if that means something outside of the literal meaning of that, but I don't know what you mean by that. I am crazy and did 2 channels in 2 different languages. Explains why I'm overworked. Oof. It shouldn't be because I didn't even know you were into flow arts. Wait, what shouldn't be? I'm sorry. The aver wait, the avis the that wait, is that right? The Arvis the the Arvista? The Arvista? Is that it? Is it I don't know how to I'm getting really tripped up by your name, but welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. um Geez, chat, you are really active today. I'm trying to keep up. Longtime watcher, first time live. Also an Ohio girly here. Been struggling with a breakup and saw you were live, hoping that you could give some positivity, some good news. Um, welcome to the stream. I'm sorry to hear about the breakup. That's really sad. Some good news is that recently there was an anti-trans politician who was running against a trans positive politician, like a Democrat against a Democrat. Or no, wait. Was it a Democrat? Yeah. It was like a primary or a special election or something. And the anti-trans Democrat lost. Or was it a Democrat? It might have been a Republican. Hold on. I don't really know the story super well. I saw the headlines, but I didn't Aaron made an article about it. Let me trans Girl Scouts sell 330 boxes or 330,000 boxes of cookies in outpouring of support. So like a lot of trans Girl Scouts are making hella bank right now for the for them. Where is this? Oh, here it is. Anti-trans Democrats blown out in North Carolina primary election. So give me a second here. North Carolina, it was a Democrat. That's really unfortunate that any Democrat would do that. Um, okay, so whoops. Here's the article. Anti-trans Democrat blown out North Carolina. In recent months, some political pundits and organizations have called for the Democratic Party to moderate on transgender issues or cast transgender people aside. Groups like Searchlight Initiative and Democrats like Seth Moulton and Tim Sweezy, as well as Governor Gavin Newsom, have all leaned into this idea. Last night, however, primary elections in North Carolina told a different story. If you abandon transgender people, your Democratic voters will abandon you. The state's most prominent anti-transgender Democrat, Nasif Majid, felled a progressive challenger, Valeria Levy, who ran on pro LGBTQ plus platform by more than 40 points. Holy shit! Other anti-trans and right-leaning Democrats lost their primaries as well. Yeah, so this guy got into office in 2025, it looks like, and now he's getting ousted. Uh, he ran opposed in his 2024 primary, but now he's gonna get ousted. Instead, the district will be represented by progressive Democratic challenger, community health policy advocate, more than 20 years experience in HIV and HIV advocacy. Hell yes. Oh my god, that's like a true ally right there. Fuck yes. Love to see that. But yeah, a 40-point blowout. She won 69 nice to 27%. That is awesome. And no Republican filed for the seat. So she will take office unopposed. So that's cool. This campaign has always been about showing up for working families, seniors, LGBTQ plus neighbors, immigrant communities, veterans, and students to assure that our values are consistently represented in Raleigh. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Um, isn't James Tallarico also pro-trans? I don't even know, honestly. I have not really paid too much attention to the Texas thing that's going on. I gotta go grab sushi. I'm so excited. Bye bye, everyone. Oh, enjoy your sushi. Shit. I'm trying to remember. Let me scroll up here, see if I can find. Was it Acacia? What was it? Is that right? Is it Acacia? Is that right? Here, let me. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. You were really early in the stream, so try to. Uh, holy crap! I'm scrolling really. Acacia, I got it. Yes, I'm very good at this job. So good. Let's see. There are trans Girl Scouts who are open about their gender identity. That's bold, courageous, potentially dangerous. The Girl Scouts are extremely trans inclusive. Like Girl Scouts refuse to be anti-trans. Actually, the Girl Scouts literally refuse to take money from anti-trans groups. Like they are like they are principled as fuck about this shit. So like like Girl Scouts are allies for sure. My home state disappoints me more than it makes me happy, but North Carolina did right on this one. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Overall, it's a pretty kind of backwater, not backwater, but like conservative kind of area. Canadian school shooter, did you see that? No, I don't know anything about that. Winning by 69% is truly a way to win for sure. Tellerico won over Crockett. I did see that, but I just don't know enough about their specific platforms. Tellerico mentioned trans people in his first campaign speech. That's cool. He's pro-trans, has speeches in Texas. Been posted. Acacia Strain mentioned. I was just talking about the name of a chatter who was Girl Scout or Scout America. Scout America just made a deal with Hexeth to ban trans kids. I heard. No, what I heard was that Scout America told Hexeth to go eat a bag of dicks. I'm pretty sure that the reporting I saw was that Hegseth wanted them to be anti-trans, but then Scout America was like, actually go fuck yourself. And I'm trying to find the article on it. I'm sure Aaron made an article on it. But oh my gosh, there's so much news constantly. Holy shit. When was this? What? Boy Scouts threatened by Pentagon over gender fluid ideological stances? What? Oh, okay, wait. Is this the article you're talking about? Hold on. Uh this one? Scouting America are near a final agreement. Let me see what this is about. So, after the Pentagon threatened to end its long-standing partnership, the organization has reported a near a final agreement to appease the regimes. Oh, damn it! They signed an executive order. Yeah, blah 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 blah. More than a decade now, Scouting America's leadership have made decisions that run counter to the values of this administration. Even before its 2025 name change, Scouting America had a rich history of providing programming and opportunities for all genders. In the late 2010s, flagship organization. Scouting. Now, however, Parnell said that the department would reconsider its ties with Scouting America, including its funding that venerated National Jamboree. That is, unless they capitulate to a yet unnamed remedy to the scourge of gender and DEI. Scouting America remains far from perfect, but they have firmly committed to a return to core principles. Oh. Oh. Okay. Uh. Ooh, no, that sounds really bad. Yeah, this sounds really bad, honestly. This is good. Oh boy, there's some troll in Twitch chat. I'm just ignoring them. Thank you, troll in Twitch. You're helping me reach a broader audience. You're so pro trans right now. You are like you're being an ally because you're supporting a trans content creator. So thank you for that. Thank you for being for being so pro trans. Hey there, Zena. Just letting everybody know, like this is a short stream tonight, and I will have to leave in the next 5 minutes. So I'm gonna have to. Where am I from? Ohio. I'm from Ohio. Girl Scouts are very inclusive. Meanwhile, the Boy Scouts took a "Don't Be Racist" badge out of the badge lineup. The well, it's like Boy Scouts are now called Scouting America, and the Girl Scouts I think are still called Girl Scout. Um, Hey Dadzilla, welcome. Early, yeah, it was an early stream. There will be a VOD up for people who missed the stream and stuff, but you should watch Christian Chenoweth's documentary about the Girl Scouts in order to understand why people are worried to consider them allies. Oh, okay. Wait, where can I find that, Matoko? Tell me where I can find that before I get out of here. Oh, it's called Keeper of the Ashes. It's on Hulu. Oh, thank you. You are amazing. Thank you. I didn't even see that initially. Jackie, hi, sorry I'm late. It's okay. I just want to let everyone know I do need to end stream soon because unfortunately I have some prior engagements tonight that I have to make sure I get to. And so like this will not be um I will there'll be a VOD and stuff, but I don't know if I should try to find anyone to raid. I don't How was your first electrolysis section or session? It was really good. I wish I could talk about it more. I like it a lot more than laser. I think it's a lot less painful than laser. It's a lot uh I healed a lot faster from it, and um I found it to be less stressful overall. Stary just got here. I know. I'm so sorry everybody. I'm sorry for people that missed the stream, but there is a VOD. You can watch the VOD. It was a good stream. We had some great conversations. Um, yeah. Uh, Raid Cuddly Dragon with you on Twitch. Okay, here, yeah, I'll take your raid suggestion. Uh, hey, I don't know who. What was it, Avaris or whatever? Don't fed post in my chat, or like don't yeah. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Where's the link that I shared early on? 310. Boom. Okay. So I got my links in stream there. In stream. Yeah, don't threaten people in my chat, please. Please, please, please. Um Much love, chat. Much love, Leah. Oh, here's Freddy. Where do you go for electrolysis? Oh, it's like a public it's like a local place. So it's not like a So your comments are being deleted for speaking your mind? No, I like accidentally pinned it, and then I just like deleted one of your messages because I pinned it on accident. I didn't know how to unpin it. You're already having the snowflake meltdown that is so typical of right wingers. Like you don't like what I said in a public place, and so it's like okay, okay, no worries. Let's Okay. All right. Anyway, I don't understand sometimes the brains of other people. All the best with your engagements. Thank you for the stream. Have a lovely weekend. Yeah, of course. Let me get sorry. I keep getting distracted. Let me get the raid going here on Twitch, and then let me uh that is loud. I'm so sorry. I did not expect it to be unmuted when I usually Twitch opens streams muted, so I don't know why it did that. But uh there's this. I don't have any audio going right now, so I don't it's not even playing. Why is the stream not even playing? Okay, there we go. And then let me turn it up just a little bit. Okay, and then let me uh sorry, I am oh wait. I gotta move. Yeah, pop into chat and raid this guy once I get the raid going here. How do I do that again? Oh, did I screw up already? I think I screwed up already. Raid channel. Gotta like, okay. Totally. There it is. Start raid. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Okay. Yeah, I'll hit raid now as soon as it starts.
Somebody
And
wants
then.
to collaborate with me?
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry.
Leah Passanidi.
Hey,
Oh,
he
they're
pretty much got it.
raiding me. My bad, I hit the wrong button. I was so confused. I was like, what is that notification? I've never seen that. Thank you so much for the raid. How are you? Welcome to the stream. What were you playing? How are you today? Little Pink Dragon, welcome. How are you doing, gamer? I'm bringing people. How's it going? How's it going, gamers? I hope you're all doing well today. Thank you, Little Pink Dragon, for guiding that raid here. Leah, how are you? So nice to see you. Nice to meet you.
Oh, I got a shout out. Yay.
Hope you have a great rest of your stream. Thank you.
They're
Anything
nice.
the
I'll
chatting?
toss,
Oh,
I'll
hell
toss
yeah,
a
that's
follow.
awesome.
I will
We have
toss
an
a
awesome
follow.
streamer. Thank you so much for the oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the raid. Here, I'm gonna oh, what am I doing? I clicked join? I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to click follow. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, gamer. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yay. Okay, cool.
Gamers.
For YouTube, I don't know. I don't really have a specific YouTuber. Does anyone have any? You can just leave. Yeah, love you all. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you all so very much. And I will just go ahead and end stream right here. Appreciate you all, and yeah, I don't know. I'll catch you Monday or whatever. Whatever's clever, you know. See you then. Deuces.